Okay, so we'll have a go at these probability questions. A bag contains 3 red marbles, 4 blue marbles, and X green marbles. Given that the probability of choosing 2 green marbles is 5/26, calculate the number of marbles in the bag. So let's say it was 3 red, 4 blue, and I don't know, what's that, 7? 13 green, something like that. What would be the probability? So the probability of choosing first one green would be 13 out of 20, and the second one green would be 12 out of 19. Okay. So that means it's X out of the total, which is 7 plus X, multiplied by, decrease that by 1, so X minus 1. And then it's the total, which is 7 plus X, and you decrease that by 1. And that is 5/26. So X over 7 plus X times X minus 1 over 6 plus X equals 5/26. Top by top, bottom by bottom is X squared minus X over 42 plus 7X plus 6X plus X squared equals 5/26. Cross multiply is 26x squared minus 26 equals 5/42 is 210. Just 210. 5 sevens are 35x. 5 sixes are 30x. And then that's just 5x squared. Okay, so I'm going to minus 5x squared, and I'm going to minus 5x squared. I'm going to minus 210, and I'm going to minus 210. I think I'm after leaving the x off that, am I? Sorry. That by that is 26x squared minus 26x. So just let me add in the x here. Sorry. So minus 210, but I've nothing to minus it onto. And then this is minus 35x, minus 35x, and purple, minus 30x, and minus 30x. Okay, and then tidy this up. So 26 minus 5 is 21x squared. The x's is minus 26, minus 35, minus 30 is minus 91x, and then minus 210. 2 divided by 7. I wonder, does 91 divide by 7? Ooh, it does. So divide across by 7, and I get 3x squared minus 13x minus 30 equals 0, and then you can either minus b or guide. I'm going to guide, so I get minus 90. 90 divided by that. So I think 18 times 5 works. Let me double check that. 18 times 5. Yeah, 18 times 5 gives you 90. And I want minus 13, so minus 18 plus 5. Yep. So that is 3x squared minus 18x plus 5x minus 30. And that is 3x, which leaves x minus 6, and, sorry, not that, plus 5, and that's x minus 6. So that is 3x plus 5 and x minus 6 So 3x plus 5 equals 0 and x minus 6 equals 0. 3x is minus 5, so x is minus 5 over 3, and here x is just 6. Calculate the number of marbles in the bag. So we're obviously going to reject this one because it's negative. So there are 6 green plus, what was it? 3 plus 4. So it's 13 marbles in total in the bag. Okay, that's that one. This one, a local sports club is planning to run a weekly lottery to win the jackpot of €1,000. Contestants must match one letter chosen from 26 in the alphabet and 2 numbers in the correct order from 0 to 9. In this lotto, repetition of numbers is allowed, so M33 is an outcome. Calculate the probability. Okay, so the probability of M33. So that would be 1 out of 26 for the M, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 10. So 1 out of 10. And then you can repeat, so there's no effect. So it's just 1 out of 10. So that's 1 over 2600 for that one. If a contestant matches the letter only or the letter and one number, but not both numbers, they win €50. Using the table below or otherwise, find how much the club would expect to make or lose on each play, correct to the nearest cent. So if they win the jackpot, it's €1,000 payout. The probability of that is 1 over, and then multiply them, and you get 5 over 13. Actually, sorry, to the nearest cent. Actually, sorry, I'm not going to round in between. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. Find out how much the club should expect to make or lose on each play. Yeah, okay, so I'll round at the end. Match a letter and first number, so that's €50. To match the letter, it's 1 over 26. To match the number, it'd be 1 over 10, and then you wouldn't match the next one, so that'd be 9 over 10. So that would be 9 over 2600, which we multiply by 50. So 9 over 52. Match letter and the second number, so that's going to be €50. You're matching the letter. You're not matching this number, but you are matching the last number. It's going to be the same probability and the same outcome. Match letter and neither number. So again, you still get 50, but this time it's 1 over 26, 9 over 10, because you're not matching it, and 9 over 10. So it's 81 over 2600. 81 over 2600 multiplied by 50 is 81 over 52. And the last one is fail to win, so it's 0. I suppose the probability doesn't really matter. Oh no, it's not 1 over 26, so you're not matching anything. So it's 25 over 26, 9 over 10, 9 over 10. So this is 25 by 9 is 2025. Times 0 is just 0. And then we're going to add all these up. So 5 over 13 plus 9 over 52 plus 9 over 52 plus 81 over 52. So that is 2.29. And they're charging, so they're going to pay out on average $2.29 for each game, and they're charging €2. So the sports club will lose 29 cents per play. Okay, the club estimates that the average number of plays per week would be 845, and if the club want to make a profit of 600 per week in the lotto, how much should they charge per play? So 600 quid divided by 845. That's 71 cent from so at the moment they're making a loss of 29 cent, and what they actually need to do is make a profit of 71 cent per play. So they have to go from losing 29 cent to gaining 71 cent. So 71 minus 29. Oh, so that's a euro. So instead of charging €2, they have to charge €3 per play. If they charge €3 per play based on the calculation we did up here, then each round 3 minus 2.29. Yeah, each play, the sports club will make 71 cent, and 71 cent 845 times is a €600 profit. So €3. Okay, this one. So you know the factorial means, factorial means go down to 1. So like 4 by 3 by 2 by 1. I suppose let's say you were doing 8 factorial, you could do 8 by 7 by, and then you get tired, just do that. 8 by 7 by 6 factorial. So it's kind of this theory that we use in this question. So n plus 3 factorial is n plus 3 times n plus 2 times n plus 1, and we could keep going, okay? I'm not going to though, I'm going to stop there. Same with the other one, n plus 2 factorial is n plus 2 times n plus 1, and we could keep going, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stop there, because by stopping, I can cancel. So this n plus 1 factorial and this n plus 1 factorial cancels, and this one cancels. So then I'm left with n plus 3 times n plus 2 times n plus 2, and just expand. So I'll do these two first. That's n squared plus 3n plus 2n plus 6, which is n squared plus 5n plus 6, which I'm then going to multiply by n plus 2. Okay, so if we do this with these two, that's n cubed plus 2n squared. Then this with these two is 5n squared plus 10n. And then this with these two is 6n plus 12. So n cubed plus 7n squared plus 16n plus 12. It says A, B, C, and D should all be elements of n, which they are. Okay, this is actually the end of a question, I think. Anyway, the overall pass rate for all drivers at another test centre is 1/2. So the probability of passing is 1/2, which means the probability of failing is 1/2. Whether it is their first attempt or subsequent, on a particular day, n people take the test in the centre. The probability that 2 people or less than 2 people will pass the test can be written in the form this, where, okay, so find the value of A, B, and C. Okay, so 2 people or less. So that is the probability of no people passing, or the probability of 1 person passing, or the probability of 2 people passing. Okay. So because it's a pass-fail, it's a Bernoulli. Maths. Where's Bernoulli again? Is it here? Why Why did I think it was here? There it is. So it's this one. Where you go, this is like the total number of people. This is how many, in this case, passes we want. This is the probability of passing. And then the or is how many. And this is the probability of failing. And then your n minus or is how many. So it's that formula that I'm using. Well, statistics and probability makes sense. That's where I found it. Okay, so on a particular day, n people take their test. So that's our total number of people. So it's going to be n choose. We want no people to pass. The probability of passing is a half, and we want no people to pass. The probability of failing is a half, and we have to do all of the people minus no one. Yeah, if say it was 10 people took it and, I don't know, 6 passed, you do 10 minus 6. So anybody who doesn't pass fails. But again, we don't know that. Okay, so then this one is going to be our n, but we want one person to pass. Probability of passing is a half, and we want one person to pass. Probability of failing is a half, and we want everyone bar one to fail. Or n choose 2, probability of passing is a half, and we want 2 people to pass. And then the probability of failing, we want everyone else to fail. Right? Okay, so n choose 0 is 1. I think anything choose 0 is 1. Let me just double check that. So I'm just typing in 6 choose 0. Yeah, it's 1. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. And then this one is a half, and n minus 0 is just n. I think anything choose 1. Oh no, choose 1. Yeah, so n choose 1 is just n, because 7 choose 1 is 7, and 8 choose 1 is 8. So it's just n. Half to the power of 1 is a half. And this one, to the power of n minus 1, can I split it up? Can I do like a half to the power of n, and the minus becomes a divide? Half to the power of 1? Something like that. Now, n choose 2. I think I might have to do the choose notation here. So you know where you start with this one, and you go down 2. And then you start with this one and go to 1. So you would do like n times n minus 1. That's the first. That's the second. And then 2 times 1. Half squared is a quarter. Oh, and then this one is going to be the same. It's going to be a half to the n over a half squared, because the minus becomes a divide. Oh, right. So this is a half to the power of n, that whole first one. This one is n times a half. I'm going to KFC this. So it's going to be half to the power of n multiplied by 2 over 1, because the bottom line to the power of 1 is just a half. The next one then is going to be n squared minus n over 2. This is a quarter. And then this one I can KFC as well. It's going to be a half to the power of n. This is a quarter, so we can flip and multiply by 4 over 1. So it's going to be a half to the power of n by 4 over 1. No. Sorry, I don't know why I used a multiply sign here and I didn't anywhere else. I'm just going to do that. Oh, hang on now. A half times 2, that's just 1. And the same thing happens here. A quarter times 4 is just 1. I have a half to the power of n in all of them. So can I take that out? I don't know if that helps. Let's see if it helps. So if I take a half to the power of n out, here I'm left with 1. Here I'm left with n. And in the last one, I'm left with n squared minus n over 2. Okay, can I common denominator what's in the bracket here? So I'm just going to go up here. So I have a half to the power of n on the outside, which I'll deal with in a minute. Common denominator here is going to be 2. The 1 becomes a 2, just multiply it by 2. 1 to 2 goes twice. 2 by n is 2n. And then the last one doesn't change, so it's just plus n squared minus n. Is that right? Plus n squared, yeah. I can simplify that a little. So I have 1 over 2 to the power of n times n squared plus n plus 2 over 2. Ugh. Am I anywhere near what this thing looks like? I mean, I have a... Oh, actually, I think I see it. So when you raise a fraction to a power, it's 1 to the n over 2 to the n times n squared plus n plus 2 over 2. 1 to the power of anything is just 1. So 1 over 2 to the n times n squared plus n plus 2 over 2. Top by top, bottom by bottom gives me n squared plus n plus 2 over 2 to the n times 2. 2 is 2 to the 1. So I can, multiplication becomes addition. So it's n squared plus n plus 2 over 2 to the n plus 1. And that, I think, is right. N plus 1, yeah. So A is 1. B is 1 and C is 2. Yep, sorry, I have the answers here beside me. Yep, that's right. Okay, and last one. Oh, it's clever. So this one is based on the choose notation, but if you had like 11 choose 3, that would be 11 go down 3, so it would be 11 by 10 by 9, and 3 go down to 1, which is 3 by 2 by 1. Yeah? Whatever that is. Now, that's the same as 11 choose 8. Because 11 choose 8 is 11 go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over 8 go down to 1, so it's 8 by 7 by 6 by 5 by 4 by 3 by 2 by 1. And then if you look, the 8 cancels the 8, the 7 cancels the 7, 6 cancels the 6, 5 cancels the 5, yellow, 4 cancels the 4, and we are left with 11 by 10 by 9 over 3 by 2 by 1. So it's the exact same. Yeah? So when the top number is the same, the bottom numbers add up to the top number. So we use that fact because the top numbers are the same. So the bottom numbers, or plus 3 plus 4 or minus 13, have to add up to 15. And yeah, should be easy from there. 15 plus 10 plus 10. So 5 or is 25 divided by 5 divided by 5. So or is 5. Yeah, there you go.